Good morning, this is Susan, and I have a few more things I'd like to share on the topic of what's happening in this world. One thing you better see if you can get is plastic wrap. Our government has closed down many oil refineries, many pipelines, all that kind of stuff. And one of the byproducts of petroleum oil is plastic. That means your plastic is going to go up in price because these refineries are shut and they can't produce them anymore. So you should get your plastic wrap. It also means that any of your food or anything that is um, stored in plastic will become more expensive just simply because they have to pass on the price. If it costs more to store, to put your food in it and for your item, they're going to pass that on to the consumers. And it will cost more money, period. That's the way it is. Another thing, I'm looking at my notes here, so if you see me looking around, you'll find out what I'm doing. Another thing is paper products. There is a disease that is taking care of our trees, that is ruining our trees, and that is one of the reasons our lumber prices are going so sky high, because this disease is killing the trees, and we don't have trees. A byproduct of lumber is paper and paper pulp. And if you don't have the paper pulp, you can't have paper. Or I'm not just talking toilet paper here, I'm talking all kinds of paper. So I would expect that to become more expensive in the long run, if it's even available. And along with paper, make sure you get some pencils. Not pens, pencils. Because pens will run out of ink, and the pencils you can keep sharpening until they're gone. And you get more use out of a pencil than an ink pen. Okay? Another thing is the internet. We had that experience yesterday where the internet went down. Oh, it was really, really slow. So if you have any recipes or if you have any to-do directions on the internet that you're keeping for survival, that you might need later on, and if our internet goes down, you won't be able to get that information. So print it out and put it in binders, and so you have the information that you need instead of just looking at a blank internet screen. All right. Next thing to do is books. Have all kinds of books, all kinds of to-do books, and put them in practice. Get the books. You've got garage sales now. You've got the library. Our library has a book sale every year. You have the thrift stores. You have used book sales. All that kind of stuff. Get the books, and once you get the books, then read them and practice what is in those books. Also, a good thing to get would be old recipe books. I like the church book recipes, or those that come from everyday people, just simply because those recipes have been tried and they're approved by family. You may have to add seasonings to it. I find that a lot with the old recipe books, old church book recipe books, simply because in their day and age, when they were written, they didn't have the spices available that we did, or if they did, they never even thought of using it unless they were Italian or Chinese or something like that. But if you didn't have that culture behind you, you didn't use those spices, or Mexican spices. I find recipes are quite bland, blah, 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 unless you add some kind of spices to it and liven it up. My go-to spices are garlic powder and onion powder. I like those those two spices, and I think they're almost staples in just about everybody's home right now. Um, Also, all the Italian spices such as oregano and oregano and rosemary and that kind of stuff. Okay, but get those cookbooks. Practice practice cooking out of them. Practice. Practice makes perfect. You make your cheese. Learn how to make cheese. Learn how to make bread. Learn how to garden. You have to actually get out there and do this stuff, or you won't have any. You have to do it, or otherwise you're just as bad as the guy who doesn't do anything, because just reading about it won't help you at all. You have to get out and you have to actually do it. Uh, I think that's it for now. All that I can think of for now. I'm sure I'll probably think of another dozen things by the time we get done. I was asked for my meatloaf recipe, and I will put it down in the descriptions below. Have a good day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.